Aloha. Welcome to You Ain't Imagining This. I hope that you've had a moment today to rest your mind and remember that you belong. If not, then this moment is for you. You see, I was realizing and thinking about how we've had a lot of episodes that are perfect for the morning to awaken the mind and the body, great for the daytime. It's really good, strong daytime energy. And I decided that it was time for a nighttime experience. A time when we're calming the nervous system and calming the mind and letting go of what we carried that day. I'm Ama-Robin, your sister host and gentle guide through this comforting moment episode of You Ain't Imagining This. Comforting moments are our quiet pauses, small offerings of rest and reflection that remind us of who we are beyond the noise and the grind. They are the soft landing places in between the heavier stories and the deeper conversations, because healing needs both truth and tenderness. And right now, before we enter YAIT Town, I felt that we needed this, a moment to breathe, to exhale, to reconnect with that feeling of safety and belonging that our ancestors built into every porch, stoop, and gathering space. So, Asante Sana, thank you for being here, for listening, for sharing your thoughts, and for showing up with your heart open. Your messages and comments mean more than you might ever know. They let me know that these stories are reaching exactly who they're meant to reach. And if this moment speaks to you, then please share it with someone who might need to feel that same calm, that same reminder that they belong too. That's how we grow this village, one shared breath, one shared story, one comforting moment at a time. So go ahead and settle in. Let your shoulders drop and loosen. Let your breath find its rhythm. And when you're ready, come sit with me right here on the porch at dusk. Sweet Tea at Dusk, a nighttime story. There's a stillness that comes just before night settles in, when the light softens and the air feels heavy with honeysuckle and memory. I remember sitting on my porch one evening, not thinking much about anything, just watching the sky change. The hum of the neighborhood felt like a lullaby. A radio playing off somewhere far off, a dog barking once, and then quiet, and then the dog barking again, and then quiet again. A screen door closing with that familiar slap sound. That's when Miss Evelyn stepped outside. She lived next door, always with something blooming in her yard, and always, somehow, knowing when to show up. She was carrying 2 glasses of sweet tea, cold, golden, and I felt there was even a patience to that tea, the kind that reminds you of summers that never seem to end. She didn't say a word. She just handed me a glass and nodded toward the chair beside her. And so we sat there, 2 women breathing in the last of the day, watching the sky turn from gold to indigo to a soft, forgiving kind of night. Gentle. She turned her head toward me, the light from the porch catching the edge of her face. For a long while she didn't speak, just watched the evening settle. Then, in that gentle way she had, she said my name, not as a question, more like an observation. A hand placed gently and softly on my shoulder without touching. It was enough. In that small sound, I could feel her seeing me, the weight I'd been carrying, and the words that I hadn't said. And somehow inside me, something loosened, the way a knot lets go when you stop tugging at it. I nodded at her, and she nodded back, like that was enough. No advice, no fixing, no judgment, just presence. And in that moment, something inside me did loosen. The air felt safe again. The breath found its rhythm. The porch light flickered on, and I felt the weight I'd been carrying begin to slowly lift off of my shoulders. When the first stars appeared, Miss Evelyn stood up, brushed her hands, and looked at me with eyes that said softly, "You know where to find me." And I did. Because belonging doesn't always look like a crowd. Sometimes it's one quiet evening, one glass of sweet tea, and someone who knows when to sit beside you. No explanations needed. Some evenings speak without sound. Some love is passed through breath, through shared silence, through the simple vibration of two hearts resting in rhythm. The ancestors smile in that quiet. The body knows this is home. The night has found its balance now. My breath matches it, slow, easy, steady. I feel the quiet resting against my skin. Somewhere a screen door closes again and a star flickers awake. The ancestors hum in the background, low and familiar. There's nothing more to do tonight. I just rest in this stillness and silence, the oldest language there is. I am not alone, and I ain't imagining this. This concludes our nighttime story. Now, let's take a slow breath in and let it out just as slowly. It's nighttime. You don't have to be anywhere else right now. This moment is yours, a soft place to land. As you breathe, imagine a space where you feel completely safe. It might be your porch or your kitchen table. It might be a chair by the window or the car parked in front of your house, or even a quiet memory that lives only in your mind. Wherever it is, picture it clearly. Feel it completely. Let yourself arrive there. Feel the light as it shifts. Maybe it's evening, that golden hour when the air feels like honey. You can hear the faint hum of life all around you. A bit of wind, maybe a distant voice, maybe music. Nothing demanding, nothing too loud. Just enough to remind you that you're part of a living world. Now imagine someone sitting nearby, someone who makes you feel seen, understood, and accepted exactly as you are. It might be a friend, an elder, an ancestor, or even your own wiser self. They don't need to say anything. They are just there, holding space with you. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, let yourself release what you've been carrying today. The worry, the striving, the holding it all together. Just let it slide off your shoulders. Feel how your body settles when you remember that you're safe. Feel how your chest softens when you know that you belong. Belonging is not something that you have to earn. It's already yours. Maybe that's what Miss Evelyn knew all along, that sometimes love looks like quiet company. Sometimes healing starts with a chair, a glass of tea, or a long pause for the truth to rise. So wherever you are right now, know this: you belong in this moment. You belong in your body. You belong in this community. You are home. And you ain't imagining this. I'm Ama-Robin. Thanks for sharing this nighttime experience with me. I can't wait to see you in YAIT Town. The porch light is already on for you. Ashe, family.